Welcome to another Just Traveling Through video. I'm Celeste.
Hi, I'm Terry.
And today we're going to talk about Oahu, Hawaii.
One of the most recognizable islands in the entire world, and it's a beautiful place to go and see.
In this video we're going to give tips for first-time visitors, and in a follow-up video we'll give the 1-week suggested itinerary.
So that you can use your time wisely.
The link to the itinerary will be in the description. Oahu is the fourth in the island chain northwest of the Big Island.
However, it is the third largest island and the most populated, with a population of nearly 1.1 million.
You can view it as being broken into multiple sections. So there's the south side, which is the most populated area.
Right, dominated by Honolulu, Waikiki, Diamond Head, and Pearl Harbor.
Then you have the western side of the island, which is the leeward side, which means that it's not as windy.
Mostly some nice beaches and some nice hikes.
So then you have the north shore, and this is where all the big surf happens.
Yeah, this is a surfer's paradise, very popular with the surfing community.
Then you have the eastern side of the island, which is also the windward side. It tends to be a little more rainy on that side of the island.
Yeah, very lush, very green. Some of the cliffs in that area, as you get close to the Pali Pass, are just amazing. They're over 2,000 feet high.
We recommend that you stay in the south side in the Waikiki area if it's your first time.
Yeah, you want to be near the restaurants, you want to be near the beach. At last report, there were over 28,000 hotel rooms in Honolulu.
So you can stay in any number of hotels. There's VRBOs, Airbnbs, there's resort hotels.
Yeah, every flavor of hotel in the world has probably got a presence there.
We tend to stay at the Hilton Hawaiian Village when we go. And we're thinking about putting a separate video together just for that, because we don't want to make this too long. So when to go? Basically, you can go to Hawaii anytime. The temperatures are pretty consistent throughout the year.
And the most popular time to go corresponds to winter in North America. You're going to find mid-December to March is very popular.
In the winter, you get the advantage of being able to go whale watching. So getting there, pretty much you're going to fly to the Hawaiian Islands. If you want to look for direct flights, if you can find them, avoiding connections is a good idea.
Yeah, the fewer airports you have to traverse, the better.
And then looking for mileage programs. If you belong to a mileage program, you can get to Hawaii using miles rather than having to pay. And sometimes they offer really deep discounts. We were able to fly this last February for only 30,000 miles apiece.
Which is a nice cost savings.
Should you rent a car when you go? I think the answer is it depends.
Depends on what your plans are.
So if you're just going to hang out at the beach and you want a relaxing week and you're going to stay right within Waikiki and some of the major sites there, then...
The answer is probably no.
No, because parking is expensive.
And there's a lot of traffic.
And the hotel that we stayed at recently charged like $65 a day.
That's a bite.
If you look at this chart, it's showing you that for a family of 4, if you were to rent a car and park for the day and use gas, it's going to be a little over $1,000. But if you get a 7-day pass for the trolley,
it's considerably less expensive.
Only $275 for 2 adults and 2 children. That gives you some idea of whether or not you want to rent a car. Now, if you like the freedom of being able to do whatever you want to do and see more areas of the island,
and you don't mind paying that amount of money,
you can see in this picture there are things to see, outside of the Waikiki area, especially if you want to do things like go hiking or explore different beaches around the island. Then you may want to have your own car because the trolley system and the transportation won't go there.
Just won't get you there, yeah.
The Waikiki trolley has several different lines and it gets you to most of the local sites. There are different lines. The pink line is only $5 a day, which is a big bargain. It brings you just to the shopping in downtown Waikiki, and then the other lines will bring you to other areas.
If you're looking at a destination further south, there's a trolley line that will get you there. You have to take a look at their website and see which one will work for you.
When you go to the website, they have different options that you can take. You can do as little as a 1-day pass, or you can do 4 of 7 days or 7 of 10 days. The 7 of 10 days is the best bargain. So if you're going to be there for the whole week, you might want to just jump in on that because it's only, $20 more than the 1-day pass. And you can use it for the entire time that you're there. One other thing to note is there are some attractions that are on the other side of the island, like the Polynesian Cultural Center, which you can purchase excursions to from your local hotel or in downtown Honolulu. So you can get to those things even without a car. Making reservations. So some of the top sites we found actually require advanced reservations.
Yeah, Hawaii has a big problem. Everybody wants to go somewhere and they want to all do it on the same day. So they're trying to gate people to these facilities.
Of the biggest sites on the south side of the island, there are three really where you want to make sure you make reservations before you go. Basically Pearl Harbor,
Diamond Head,
and Hanauma Bay. Hanauma Bay has very limited availability.
Because they are a national preserve and they have found that the more people that come there, the more likely it is that those people are going to cause damage to the environment. So they actually close several days a week and then they limit access the rest of the time. So look at their website to see when you can actually be allowed to go.
Yeah, it might be something that you can't do because of the limited nature of visits, but it is a very cool place to go snorkeling for the day.
Yeah,
it's a
beautiful.
protected bay, and it's gorgeous if you can get there. So another quick thing on that is that we were able to go and see the bay from up above and take these pictures without actually needing a reservation. So that is something you can do. As far as food goes on the islands, there's a really interesting mix of food. You have an Asian influence.
You have Portuguese influence.
You have a lot of seafood, obviously, and then you have the
Polynesian influence as well.
An interesting thing to try is a plate lunch, which is usually a meat or fish, rice, and vegetables that all comes in one plate. What you're seeing here is a shrimp plate. One of our favorite things to get on the islands are malasadas. You might be asking yourself what malasadas are. Well, they were originally supposed to have been brought to the islands by the Portuguese who lived in the Azores.
In Madeira especially. And came to the Hawaiian Islands to work on the plantations, and they brought their cuisine with them.
So malasadas are like fried donuts, and on this last trip that we went on, we tried to have malasadas on every island, although I think we missed Maui.
Yeah, they are found everywhere. And in fact, if you look at the Hawaii magazine, you'll see that they actually have contests to see who has the best malasadas in the islands.
So something you should look for. Not the most healthy, but they're very good.
Oh my God, they're very good.
So is Hawaii expensive? The answer is yes and no. It doesn't have to be the most expensive, but things like food tend to be more expensive.
Yeah, you have to remember that everything on the islands was brought in by ship. I mean everything. Gasoline, food, toothpaste, you name it. It's all brought by ship.
So we noticed that even when we went somewhere like Starbucks, it was costing us 2 and 3 times what it was here at home in Florida. So we were like, let's eat less.
Yeah, you just have to roll with it. There's nothing that can be done about it.
So we would look for places to get food and eat in the hotel room sometimes. We would eat out like once a day, maybe breakfast, something small, and but try to eat in once a day. And, you know, a way to save money is to do like a condo rental instead of a resort where you have a refrigerator, or find a place that gives you a refrigerator and that kind of thing.
Now here's a tip for you. There's a Costco in Honolulu. So if you're a member, there's one way to get your snacks.
We went there at least once on our trip. So that's all we have for you. Thanks for watching our Oahu Tips video. Don't forget to check the text to see the link to our 1-week itinerary. And please consider subscribing. Thanks a lot.